Hello and welcome back to Monroeville at your service. I'm Tim Little, your host. Monroeville at your service is a show about activities and events that happen here in Monroeville. Activities about businesses, professional services, development, governmental policy, and nonprofits. And today, I have three nonprofits with me. And what we're going to do is we're going to talk about Community Day. Community Day is on July 27th here in Monroeville at Community Park West on Tilbrook Road. And I have the three nonprofits who are host and producing Community Day. We have the Monroeville Foundation, we have Forbes Hospital, and we also have Allegheny Health Network, Highmark. First, I'd like to introduce the president of Monroeville Foundation, Ernie Groover. Ernie is also president of G2 Safety. Along with me, I have Kanu Sawney. Kanu is Vice President of Community Affairs at Highmark Allegheny Health Network. And also I have Krista Bragg. Krista is the Chief Operating Officer for Forbes Hospital. And also Debbie Izok, who is a Community Day Coordinator with ID Solutions, her own consulting company. And Ernie, I'd like to start with you because you're the president of Monroeville Foundation. First of all, tell me a little bit about the Monroeville Foundation and who it serves.
Well, first, Tim, thank you for having us here today. The Monroeville Foundation was founded in 2004, and the goal of the foundation was to help the municipality to do things that the municipality couldn't do for the community itself. Things like beautification in the community, things like bringing the residents and businesses together to serve all the people in the community. Over the years, we have evolved, and we have taken on additional projects where we are supporting a variety of community activities that we didn't do originally, but now we're in a position to help a variety of different activities that help individuals and organizations that need assistance in our community.
My understanding is that some of the benefactors of the Monroeville Foundation are the food pantries. Is that correct? What other? Who else are the benefactors of the Monroeville Foundation?
The benefactors of the foundation have been so many. We've helped with different projects along the way. The food banks was one. The gardens are another. We've helped with some of the local hospitals. When I say hospitals, not the hospital themselves, but residents who are in need of assistance at the hospitals. There are just so many. It's really hard to just pin it down to just a few, but we've been very, very active. I think over the last 24 months, we've probably donated somewhere in the neighborhood of $10,000 to $15,000 to probably about 20 or 30 different projects.
Okay, now let's talk about why we're here today. We're here talking about Community Day. And how did this all come about, Ernie, with the Monroeville Foundation and Forbes Hospital and Highmark and Allegheny Health Network? How did this all evolve?
Well, about a year and a half ago, Forbes Hospital was celebrating its 40th anniversary. And we happened to meet with some executives of Forbes Hospital, and we were looking for an activity to bring the community and businesses together. And we thought it was a good idea, and the people from Forbes Hospital thought it was a good idea to bring the community together and celebrate their 40th anniversary. And we were very successful in doing that. Over 2,500 people attended the event. I think over 100 different businesses participated in the event. Certainly partnering with Allegheny Health Network, Highmark, and Forbes Hospital was a tremendous boom for making this event happen. And it's something that we want to continue throughout the years.
Okay, Krista, I'll ask you the question. Getting with Forbes Hospital, explain how the relationship between Forbes Hospital and the Community Day and the Monroeville Foundation, how that all started and why does Forbes Hospital involve itself with this?
Well, first of all, for the audience, this event last year was an amazing experience, bringing together of community members, children. There were animals, lots of games and bands and food, and it was an amazing day. So I think for us, last year was sort of a practice session, and it was such a great time that we are excited to continue working with our partners on this event. I think for Forbes Hospital, you know, we've had so much growth, and both programmatically and from a capital perspective over the past couple of years, we recognize that we would never have been able to do these things without our community partners. So we relish this event as a chance to celebrate, you know, our community togetherness, to celebrate health and wellness, and it originated out of a thank you or an appreciation, and we are looking forward to continuing.
Okay, last year's event, Community Day, was Forbes Hospital's 40th anniversary, and the event last year was so successful that Forbes Hospital decided to partner up again with the Monroeville Foundation and continue on sponsoring the Community Day. Kanu, let me bring you into the conversation here. Highmark and AHN, Allegheny Health Network, they serve communities beyond Monroeville. Well, how does this benefit? Do you believe the Community Day can attract other neighboring communities that surround Monroeville and bring them in here? And what does that do for you, Allegheny Health Network and Highmark?
Certainly. I think historically Monroeville has always been a destination in the East. We feel that this event will serve in attracting some of those communities to participate here as well. As you know, Highmark and Allegheny Health Network are really committed to healthy communities. In fact, our vision is to describe ourselves as a health organization, not a healthcare organization. So one of the things we think is really important in terms of social determinants of health is a feeling of belonging, a feeling of community. That is actually something that helps individuals and communities thrive. From our perspective, when we look at the East and we look at all the communities we are so much a part of, having an event like this, which can bring everyone together, is a tremendous boost, not just for the health of the community, but for the relationship that Highmark and Allegheny Health Network have with the people that we serve. And I think this is one of those foundational pieces which helped attract us to this event, and why we are such avid supporters of this event.
And good. And the public, as you'll notice in the next month or 6 weeks, the Monroeville Foundation is going to have banners, they're going to have yard signs, and there's going to be a lot of publication about the Community Day on July 27th at Community Park West. And the key thing to look at is when community, it's spelled and the unity is capitalized, and that is the theme of the whole Community Day. It's a unification of Monroeville, but not only Monroeville and its eclectic population, but all the surrounding communities. We had approximately 2,200 people in estimation that came to Community Day last year, and we're expecting a larger crowd this year. And to tell us a little bit more about that is Debbie Izok. Debbie Izok is the coordinator for Community Day with ID Solutions. Debbie, can you tell us a little bit about what we have in store for Community Day this year?
Certainly. Last year, I think we were so excited. I mean, we said, let's build the event, let's see if they come. And as Tim said, they came in full force. And that was, I think, one of my most exciting parts of the day and exciting memories of the day was when I was walking through the crowd and I saw somebody on their phone talking to a friend and said, "You gotta come up to the park. You wouldn't believe what's going on." And all of a sudden, like we had, like I said, almost 2,500 people up there. So We built it last year. We had some really fun and exciting things that happened. Of course, we're going to continue with that tradition. And I'd like to say that Monroeville Community Day is a new Monroeville tradition for the entire family. It is something that we want to be welcoming for all. And so last year we started with, and we'll continue, the event. The day will start with the 5K run and family walk. And last year, I think we had almost 150 people who participated for our first year in the walk run. And again, it is meant for everyone. Whether you are a serious athlete that is competitive and wants one of those medals, or you're a younger child and who's just starting to get their running legs, or a family that wants to walk together. Last year we even had some folks that brought their parents in wheelchairs, and we thought that was something that we really thought was very reflective and inclusive of what the message that we are trying to bring for Community Day. So,
one of the other aspects that Debbie just mentioned is that there will be a 5K walk and run. And the walk part is that you will be able to walk with a dock. And it will be a little bit of a shorter walk than the run, but nonetheless, Forbes Hospital will have various doctors up there for a healthy walk and run. And another aspect I'd like to ask Krista Bragg, last year Dr. Rubino, who is the CEO and president of Forbes Hospital, we had a surprise vendor at Community Day last year with a lot of bubbles. And before, I don't even know, what was the name of Debbie, what was the name of the company that had all the bubbles? What was it called?
The phone party was through
The phone party, that was it.
Phone party, and that was a surprise that we sprung on everyone.
Well, I think Dr. Rubino had more fun than any child there.
Well, I was just
for the
going to
record.
say that. Dr. Rubino had more fun than any of the kids up there. And I was going to ask Krista Bragg, what was the scuttlebutt in the hospital the next day after, with Dr. Rubino having so much fun in the bubbles? Any comments in the hospital, or maybe you can't say?
Look, everyone there knows him, loves him. They weren't surprised at all. We did pass around the pictures, though, I have to say. But describing this event, that is a great pictorial of the event, because Dr. Rubino's family came. They live in Monroeville. My son, daughter-in-law, grandchildren came. They live in Verona. So this is not a Monroeville-specific event. This is an Eastern Pittsburgh event where people come from miles around. And if you have a chance to come and spend some time that day, highly recommend it. It was a wonderful time. Every time I think of the day, I smile. So we hope that you'll join us this year.
And of course, the phone party is not a surprise this year. It is scheduled. So we try to bring that towards the more towards the end of the day event. So if the kids get wet and sloppy, it's not a big deal. But 3:30 is the surprise. 3:30 is the surprise time for the phone party this year.
Okay. Also, for the younger generation, the entertainment that is going to be towards the end of the day at 5 p.m. is going to be Nate Walker. Nate Walker was an American Idol contestant, and he is going to be the entertainment at the Tall Trees Amphitheater at 5 o'clock. And he'll be performing, I think, for what, Debbie, about an hour?
A little over an hour. Of course, Nate is from Homestead, and the great thing to know is that Nate and Gabby have known each other since they've been 10 years old. And actually, Nate's grandfather, the pastor of their church, has been their vocal coach. So we're really very excited and I think, again, that just kind of brings back the whole theme of unity. We're bringing everybody together. We have another young group that will be doing a smaller concert in the afternoon called Wild Blue Yonder. They're a group of kids from Churchill High School. And they just recently did a YouTube video that went pretty much viral. They performed down at the Three Rivers Arts Festival last weekend. So well, Blue Yonder, that's the new group to be listening and watching for.
Another aspect that is going to be occurring during Community Day is what's called Experience Monroeville. Experience Monroeville is a raffle that the Monroeville Foundation is sponsoring. And what it is, you can buy a raffle ticket now, or you can buy it during Community Day, and you can win a night out in Monroeville. And that consists of a movie for two at the Cinemark at the Monroeville Mall, and also dinner for two at Coast and Main, a restaurant at the mall, and an overnight stay at the Doubletree Hilton in Monroeville. And also accompanying that is a limo ride to pick you up and take you to all of that. It's at least a $500 value, and the Monroeville Foundation is going to be pulling the winning person, the winning raffle ticket, at 5 o'clock at the Monroeville Foundation booth, which is going to be in the center of all the activities. It's going to be the real big booth. Debbie, do you want to add anything else that's going to be occurring on Community Day?
So, of course, in addition to all of the health fair that we have and the business marketplace and the kids zone activities, a lot of the foundation's partners will be there, folks that have been recipients of grants that they have received. One is Sheep Inc., who does a food pantry, and they also have a health clinic for those perhaps who might not be able to afford some health care, that they have a walk-in clinic. But we are going to be partnering with Sheep Inc. and doing a food drive that day. So we're asking everyone who comes to Community Day to remember that, to bring a non-perishable food item that will help benefit the local food pantries. And again, that goes right back to our very important message and theming of keeping the unity within Monroeville.
Okay, getting back to the Monroeville Foundation itself, Ernie, what's next for the Monroeville Foundation, and how can people support its efforts on what it is doing? We know that the Monroeville Foundation does a lot of things that beautifies Monroeville, makes Monroeville a more exciting and healthier place to be. But what's down the road for the Monroeville Foundation?
Thank you, Tim. First, I want people to know that the Monroeville Foundation is evolving. We're growing. We have great partners in organizations like Allegheny Health Network, Forbes, and Highmark, and we've had the opportunity to expand our reach. One of the things we want to do, one of two things that we really want to do is we want to get more businesses involved in the local community. So if you have a business in this community or close by, we encourage you to participate, come out to the Community Day. Secondly, we're looking for more projects to give money to. On our website at monroevillefoundation.org, there's a form there where you can request grant money, and we are looking to give money away to worthwhile projects. We have some criteria. That criteria is up on the website. We're looking to give money away. So certainly participate, come out and ask for a grant, submit the form, and we're happy to review it, and hopefully we can help you and your organization with what you're trying to do. In reference to what things we have coming up after the 5K walk and then the Community Day, on August 17th, we have the Monroeville Jazz Festival. Last year, we picked up the Monroeville Jazz Festival, which had been going on, I believe, for 16 years before that, and we picked that up as an opportunity, as another opportunity to bring the community together. We were very fortunate to have a fantastic weather day. We had 4 outstanding different groups to perform, and I want to say we had over 2,000 people at that particular event. More. Yeah, well, maybe 2,500 or more. It was an exciting day, and once again, it was a family-oriented event, and we had everything there from little children to people in their 80s and 90s. So it was really a fantastic event Food trucks were there. We had several local businesses there. Once again, it's an opportunity for businesses to come out, participate, meet with the community, and get involved. The last thing we have going on this year is the Monroeville golf outing. And that's taking place on Friday, September 13th. A very inexpensive golf outing. It's $120 per golfer. It's going to be held at Meadowink Golf Course. The monies, again, that we raise there goes back to the community. I want to emphasize that we have 12 board members on our board, and everything that we do is voluntary. No one is paid. Everything goes directly back into the community. So if we have people out there who are interested in helping in the community, business people or residents, we're interested in hearing from you. We want to expand our reach even further and get more involved in the community and with the businesses in the community also.
Okay, just to wrap up our show here, Canu, do you have any final words about Highmark's involvement with Community Day or just Monroeville in general?
I think this is a perfect example of the kind of partnership that Highmark and Allegheny Health Network are looking for. This is part of our charitable mission to support the great work that the foundation is doing. And this is also a way of us engaging and helping the communities move, walk, run, enjoy themselves, and bond with each other, build a stronger community. So it is a real win-win-win. And I would encourage every organization in this region to come out and support Monroeville Foundation. We were very excited and happy to get it off the ground, and we are looking now for a broader base of support for the foundation to enable it to do even more of its excellent work that it does.
Okay, Krista, do you have any final words?
No, I mean, I think that Highmark and HN were very committed to creating remarkable experiences that enable people to be their best. And this is just one example of that, not only best within themselves and within their families, but also within their community. So we're proud to be a part of this event.
Okay, Debbie, any final words about what's going to be happening at Community Day?
The more the merrier. We want to make sure and invite the entire community to come out and have fun with us on July 27th, but also to let the businesses and the nonprofits and organizations know there's still plenty of time and room for you to get involved. So if you would like to be one of the exhibitors' vendors that day, we certainly would like to invite you to be a part of that. And you can certainly send me a message either directly at DISZAUK, DISZAUK, at monroevillefoundation.org, or straight through to their website or Facebook page. We have a great Facebook page that I encourage you to take a look at and to send me a message, and I'll be happy to talk to any and all of you, but looking forward to seing you.
Debbie, you're also
Yes.
looking for walkers and runners.
Oh, we're looking, so yes, just to
Yes.
make, thank you, Canu, absolutely. So the registration is now open for going online, and of course there is an early bird, an earlier registration fee. It's $20 now, so we encourage you to get ahead and get yourself and your friends and your family registered. Those early registrations will also get an event day t-shirt. Of course, if you're not so sure and you're waiting, we will have event day registration, which will be just a little bit more expensive, but certainly still very affordable. And again, the race will start at 9 o'clock. There will be an after party with a DJ, with music. Dr. Rubino will be there with giving out the award medals, and certainly, another fun part of the event.
Okay, I would like to thank you all for coming here, and remember that is the Community Day is going to be on July 27th at Community Park West on Tilbrook Road. It begins at 9 o'clock with a 5K race and walk with a dog, and then after that it's going to be fun-filled activities with a lot of bubbles and a lot of food and a lot of entertainment. And also the Monroeville Foundation also has the Jazz Festival on August the 17th. I thank you for watching, and stay tuned for the next time for Monroeville at your service.